Hello, and welcome back to Pwnery's Penny Arcade, and this is the last 30, Season 8, Episode 5 of the Long Dark Sandbox Survival. And I sort of didn't slack off, it's just I've had one hell of a week, so I'm actually recording this the day before it goes out, which is rare. I usually record the whole week's worth of episodes on a Sunday, edit them, and upload them one day at a time. I didn't get that luxury because my dad went to the hospital. Anyway, this is where we're at. We are in Broken Railroad, and I believe we are in this cave here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push all the way across the east, across the northern ridge. We're going to cross the bridge, and we're going to get to the Hunter's Lodge to end the season, because that's where I'm going to camp out the most. And I will spend the time curing all my skins and making sure that all my equipment is back up to snuff. That way, when we do next season, where I take you to Mountain Town, that will be a full season, 5 episodes, because that is a huge map. So anyway, we're here. We've been all throughout here. As you can see, we mapped all this. There's not much in between out here. But we're going to cross over in the east, and if I go this way and I head south, there's a bunch of like animals and like rabbits and a couple of wolves and a bunch of like rose hips and old man's beards, but there's not much else. So what we're going to do is we're going to cross all the way across the east. We're going to find the bridge, cross that, head all the way back to the west, because I can't climb straight up to it yet because I haven't dropped a climbing rope. So I will show you all that, drop the climbing rope so we can take the shortcut the next time. Because if we ever come back here, we can just start at the maintenance shed, go straight northwest, kill a bear along the way, and then climb the rope, and then off we go. And once we do that, then that should wrap up the season. So let's go ahead and get started, because my campfire is just about to run out, and we're all done here. And to be a good, irresponsible camper, we're just going to leave it, because I can. Should you do that in real life? No, of course not. I'm going to eat up these ruined granola bars just because I don't like looking at them in my inventory. That one's not finished. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's top off all my fluids and foods. I drank a couple of coffees. We spent the night fixing our clothes, so my deerskin pants are repaired, but I don't have the bearskin yet, so it's pretty tore up right now. And everything else doesn't give us a better bonus as far as I'm aware. I mean, maybe it does a little bit, but I don't care. We're going to be warm enough. Let's get the hell out of here. Oops, I dropped a meat. I'm going to want that back. Let's see how many negligent discharges we can have this episode. Let's not, but it's going to happen. I'm sure of it. So there's a tore up cabin over there, as you saw in the previous episode. The climb down from the cabin is up this way somewhere. But before we can do that, we have to take the long way. Oh, look, there's a wolf here. Frozen solid. I don't need anything from him. We're good. I don't really need anything from the deer either. You know what? I'm just going to go straight to the rifle. I'm not going to risk it. Pretty sure I have plenty of wood. I'm not in a rush to get more. There's plenty up there anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So this is the northern edge of that water feature here. We're about to go to the Hunter's Blind, which I don't think I looted yet. I like to keep a lot of this stuff untouched. That way I can map it. And then when I do take something, I usually just take one of these, so it stays, the feature stays behind. And truth be told, I don't need any of it right now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to map this just to get a better highlight of the area. I was watching somebody earlier today, and they were talking about things that they would like to see added to the game. And truth be told, the one thing I would love to see added to this game is an improvised compass. And it should be easy to make, like a scrap metal, and maybe like they can add an item like a pipe, or you can just take harvested can. And oh, hey, what's up, bro? Thanks for the knife.
Excellent.
You got anything I can use? You're not looking so good. 1 revolver cartridge. You should have saved it for yourself instead of freezing to death. Where's your revolver? You idiot. Anyway. Where was I? That doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, the improvised compass. I would have loved to have seen that. 1 scrap metal, 1 can, maybe a fishing line, I don't know, a nail, something. Like, that would be cool, right? Let's see if I can go around. Am I really stuck? Okay. And I can't go around that way. Okay, so we have to mountain goat down. Fan. And the weather's already turning crappy. Before I started the episode, I was actually caught in a blizzard in that cave for several hours, which is why we're starting so late in the day here. I'm not thrilled about that. I'm pretty sure this is not the rickety bridge, but if it says it is, then fan. I saw it. Bad. Karen. Ah, this is definitely the way we gotta go. Alright. Let's see. Let's go ahead and map again. There's the bridge. Okay. So I guess that is where we need to go. Fan. Rifle. Thank you. I was actually really surprised after I played back the other episodes of this season how efficient we were in Muskeg. I thought that was going to take a lot longer, but then later on I realized that where I thought the hunter's cabin was Forlorn Muskeg, and I was mistaken. It's actually here. But it's a cool point of interest for sure, and there's a lot of stuff in it usually. So we're gonna go find it, and we're gonna go look, see what it's got for us, and then we'll camp out and do our due diligence in terms of maintenance and skin drying. There's going to be several days where I just sit around there, so I'll spare you that between seasons. We'll pick up, well, I'll explain it when we get to that point. We'll burn that bridge after we cross it. Anyway, let's go ahead and... I like to map as I go. The compass thing would be great right now, because if you map, it should put like a little pip here, like a triangle, pointing the direction you're facing, you know, something like that, so you can get an idea of your bearings. That just makes sense to me. And then maybe as you're walking around here, at the very top of the screen, just like a little compass bar, kind of like a bearing indicator like you would see on an aircraft. You know, it's not much. Maybe even something that would be cool is like during an aurora, like the magnetic field would be weird and it wouldn't read correctly or something, you know. Little simple quality of life, or things that ruin your quality of life, rather. There's a wolf. Oh, look, there's the cat. Man, that was quick. All right. Well, let's put a hurting on the wolf. He's gonna run at me. And of course I would miss, because I'm just so good at missing things. Didn't tear my clothing, though. That's kind of cool. Guess that was a mercy thing, huh? Do I have any bandages left? Yeah. And I gotta stop the infection risk. That should do it. Just make sure. Yeah. Let's just check our clothes right quick. Yeah, we seem to be okay. My climbing socks are a little beat up, as are my boots and my long johns. Okay, maybe he did put a hurting on us a little bit. Is that another wolf? Seriously? Nope. I know there's several of them over here, for sure. No, it's a different one. Oh, God. Really? Man! Like, the shooting didn't take care of that. Huh. Jesus. I have to admit, I don't have an excuse for that this time because I actually got plenty of sleep. No, 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 don't want to waste that. Alright, what did you ruin? My toque. And my bearskin. And my gloves. And my boots. Boy, we got a lot of work ahead of us, don't we? The other problem I've got is the right-click button on my mouse is starting to wear out. If you've ever heard my commentary about what I think about Razer mice, Razer mice are a derivative of the old Microsoft IntelliMice from like 15 to 20 years ago. The micro switches they use back then and today are utter garbage. Like absolute trash. And I thought after like almost 20 years that they would improve on it. Nope, they're still crap. I had a Logitech G9 from like 2007 or 2008. And I actually gave it to my old man. And he still uses it to this day. And guess what? It still works. Not this. I've had this Naga Trinity for not even really a year. Maybe a year. And I've already replaced the left click button. And now I've got to sit down and replace the right click button. Just nobody takes any pride in their work anymore, do they? It's just crap. You would think for the kind of money we spend on these things that they wouldn't be. Rant over. Well, I think I will actually harvest you since we're already at our location. No, wrong item. Damn it. There we go. I don't want to waste the whole day with a hacksaw. There, took everything. Useless wolf. I think I got one more car to loot. I really didn't expect us to get up here that quick, honestly. Hello? Huh.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah. Not every day you open a car and just find a revolver in the back seat. Oh. Is there a battery in here? Nope. Anything else in here?
I could use
Where?
this.
There's nothing ever in these, but I just do it anyway. Well, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, that was cool. I got a revolver out of it. Pretty sure he looted the inside of this. Nothing in the bed. Let us check the... Oh, look, there's the other one. Go ahead, cut you up. I will cut you. Good news is, I do actually have the next series planned out. Not Long Dark, like next game. Hopefully this weekend I'll have no interruptions and I will be able to record that for you all. I think you're going to like it. It's pretty cool. It looks cool. Sometimes you just see a game and you just know it's going to be decent. You're just like, that's going to be a hit. So I'm hoping my intuition's correct. Because, you know, I'm self-funded. So if it's a bust, I feel like I wasted money. We've had several of those this year. Busts, that is. I will take... Did it mark all the rose hips? No. It's going to literally make me map this twice. Whatever. There it is. What's this? Oh, mushrooms. There's a deer out here? Where? North of the house. Let's go find that ravaged deer. Might as well. We already got all the animals. The living ones, that is. So this place is pretty nice for stuff and things. Just checking to see if there's any cattails in the area. Doesn't appear to be the case. There's the deer. Oh dear. Is that a cave up there? Nah. I'll take it. I mean, we're gonna have to find things to do while I'm doing all the maintenance between seasons anyway, right?
It's getting dark out here. Time to
Oh,
look for
great.
shelter.
Thankfully, I can see at least what's in front of me. Alright, I think the house is back this way. Look how fast things can go sideways. If you squint really hard, you can see trees. I really wanted to come out here and get some logs, but I guess we're not going to do that now. Alright, there's a light pole. That is civilization-esque. I see some trees there. Hunter's Lodge. That's what it says. Oh, there it is. Cool. Man, it must be really cold. I know my clothes are warm, but how cold is it? Minus 39. That's not that bad. My clothes are just ruined. Alright, so there's 2 of these, so I'm going to take 1. Even though I'm probably sitting on like 200 of them. And it's going to be dark, so let's go ahead and get this ready to go. And surprisingly enough, we're already in the Hunter's Lodge. I did not expect that to be that quick to happen. So I guess I will take you along for the ride as we loot the place out. I can get a lot of wood here. Obviously, I can just tear this place down for materials, and I may do... Ooh, there's a magnifying glass here.
Could end up being useful.
Alright, let's start one floor at a time. We're on the bottom floor, or the middle floor, so let's finish this before we start exploring around. I could just maybe do that. Yeah. Ooh, look, there's revolver cartridges. So in a real pinch, you can just tear down the entire house. See, there's a cloth here. Just take that. Let's get a drink in us, because it's pretty... We're pretty thirsty. And, ooh, rifle cartridge. That's always good. And, ooh, that's right. I have a 6-burner stove. And I got a lot of meat to cook up, so I guess we can do that. Maple syrup. Salty crackers, peanut butter, and sardines. It's a pretty decent haul. Can I take apart the clock? No. What I can do... I don't think I have 2 rifles on me. Let's make sure. Wow, we got a lot of batteries to tear apart. Remember, no carry weight on me. That's why I got all this stuff. There's no rounds on this, so let me... You know what? I'm going to clean it and I'm going to hang it on the shelf before, you know, the next season or whatever. So let's do that. That'll help light up the room a bit too. What? You've got to be kidding me. 90% chance and I failed. Wow. If that was an interloper run, I'd be pissed. There we go.
Come on.
And we'll just add... Let's see, I think my shooting's already level 5, so you can go in there. I think fishing is the only thing left. There. Okay. Let's put that away. Yeah, so it's pretty well lit. Oh, there's another book here.
That'll come in
Cooking.
handy.
I don't really need that. Let's go ahead and grab this. Grab this. There we go. And let's go check the bottom floor. There should be coal or firewood. Nothing. Wow. So yeah, this place is full of stuff we can tear apart, loot, you know, take apart. Oh, you know what I should do before we do anything? Let me go back up here. And what I should do is grab all my skins. That's a cured one, that's a cured one, that's a cured one. These are all cured. These are all cured. I mean, I'm just carrying a ton of crap. Okay, so let me drop all the fresh. Right, so we got all those there. I'm gonna come over here, and we're gonna drop all the black bear hides. There. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna drop all the guts. There's a lot. Like, a lot. That sound is just weird. So we got all our hot dogs there. And I'm going to spare you me breaking down this entire house, because I'm going to. I'm going to take everything. Those are all my rabbits. My ribbits. Over here, I can drop all my wolfes. Yep. I have a birch sapling. I don't really care about it, because I don't use bows and arrows. I suspect the one thing I will be doing, once we're finished with just the grand tour of walking around the map, is I will play an interloper game, even though I'm terrible at it, but I'm gonna do a custom one. I'm gonna call it the Gunterloper, because I don't mind all the difficulty, but you're not going to take the gun away from me. The other thing that I think they should add, if it's DLC or whatever, is I think it would be great, especially for those of you who know a guy that used to be called the Royal Nunsuch. I think it would be really cool if we could make an improvised single-shot rifle out of, like, pipes and scrap metals. And then we can have, you know, the gun blow up in our face like a guy named Tennessee Ballistics. He really dodged a bullet, so to speak. Like, it could have killed him. But if you're trying to survive in the Arctic, the Canadian tundra, you probably are willing to take that risk. So, like, I would probably propose, like, a improvised rifle, pipe, scrap metals, maybe like an animal skin, so you build lashings. Maybe you could pick up these horseshoes on occasion and turn them into like barrel bands or something at the forge. Stuff like that. That would really, you know, make things challenging. Like, make the gun hard to make. And then obviously the ammo, you would have to tear down batteries, melt the lead, you know, make the bullets or whatever, make it the bullets, gunpowder and all that. Like, all that's in the game already. So it's like, making the gun should be the next evolution of content. You know, there's only so many things they're going to add to the game now, because they're sort of done with this. But there's a sequel supposedly coming, and I, for one, am really excited about that idea. Like, the prospect of that. They knocked it out of the park with this one. I mean, think about it. I'm playing this game that was made in 2014. It still feels fresh and modern and challenging. Games that have replay value like that these days are rare. Few and far between. So to have something like this is amazing. Like, really, really masterclass work. So I could tear apart all of this stuff. And I will, off camera, between seasons. I'm going to take all this stuff. We're going to be flush with materials, because no carry weight, so why not? I want to be not wanting for anything. And you got to remember, you still have to be careful. You got to look around and see if there's, like, a rifle cartridge that rolled underneath. There's a parka. Hell yeah. Like, all this is scrap wood, you know, stuff. Can't take apart the bed for metal. But see, like, as a DLC, imagine if I could take this apart for the tubes in the bedding. And I could somehow make a rifle barrel or something crazy out of it, you know? Now, yes, I do amateur gunsmithing, and yes, I know that that's probably a really bad idea in terms of pressure. But oh, hello, look at that.
Let's hope I
Another
never have to
one.
use this on anyone.
Wow. I am flush with cats. Socks? Hello? Can't take that carpet, huh? What you got in here? Nothing. And I can just sleep there. Which you get a way better resting bonus, I believe. More socks. What you got in here? Book. It's a couple of minutes worth of fire. Climbing rope. Hey. Oh, that's right. We got to put the mountaineering rope out there. I was just thinking. I wonder if I should start the next season
I
here
think I can use this.
and walk us to Mountain Town, because it's a short trip anyway. Let's do that, because that way I can lay down the mountaineering rope and then take you down the shortcut, or the quick way, so we can get the hell out of this map. Emergency stem. Break these all down for metal after, or between episodes, seasons. I'm gonna try to not put such a big gap between this season and the next one. I didn't realize how much time had gone by between the last one and this one. Looks like I think I've already looted the whole place out. I think we're oh, there's a backpack over here. How did I... Maybe I did do that one. I think we're done. I did do this, right? Yes. Okay, so we're done up here. Alright. So I got a lot of cloth I can have. I have a lot of reclaimed wood I can get. Tables and chairs and everything. That's nice. Got all my skins curing. I can hear the storm outside. It is nighttime. I can cook. I should have probably did that. I should have made the fire over here. I'm a bit of an idiot, aren't I? Well, what I can do is... this is going to take a while. This is going to take a long time. So, say you make a mistake, and you do what I just did. Essentially all you're doing is you're taking logs out of the fire, you're turning them into torches, and putting them out. And it appears that Mackenzie's a badass, because he's putting them out on his crotch. Right there, see that? Like, balls of asbestos. Which, holy crap. What a man. The most interesting man in the world. They should do a Dos Equis commercial with Mackenzie. Hell yeah. See, and the really weird thing is like the level or the condition of these torches vary. Which is always a bit strange. I guess it's an RNG roll. Some of them are almost about to burn out. Other ones are like 50%. Like this one's crap. Right? But each one you pull out takes, what, 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes off the fire time? And that's okay. Like, I'm just showing you this because mistakes can be made, right? And if you already looted this place of all the wood, because you didn't bring any with you, then that would be a very precious commodity. You'd want to hang on to that wood. So you'd want to take it back in the form of all these torches. And obviously, I mean, how many torches have I taken so far? Like, 1 million? The only problem when you make a 12-hour fire is you're going to end up with like 60 torches, I think, by the time it's all said and done. But I mean, it's working, right? Maybe? I just want to show off something after I'm done with this, because I'll start the fire in the stove. And I have a tendency of camping, even though there's a bed upstairs, I always have this tendency of wanting to set the fire at the stove and then cook things and do that 1 hour here, 2 hour here thing, because it's like maximizing your time, right? It's like trying to make the best use of your time. So I'm going to let this get down to about like 3 hours. I'm not going to put you through the entire thing, because that would just bore you to tears. It's probably boring you to tears already. It's just I want to try to preserve as many of these materials as I can. because you're going to have to preserve as many of these materials as you can in your playthrough. Especially if you're doing an interloper run, like this is a luxury, right? You don't want to waste this, because the farther in you get, the less materials you have, and not everything respawns either. I guess I can fill you in on what happened today too. I actually had a pretty decent day. It started off terrible. I got to work thinking it was going to get worse, and it actually turned out pretty good. Exhausting, but pretty good. And then I realized that I had a laundry list of things to do when I got home. Like, I've got a dog who, she needs dental work pretty bad. It's sort of like everything was fine, it was fine, it was fine, it was a catastrophe. There was no warning. And now she needs oral surgery. And I'm just like, Jesus, I thought my life was in order, and now I've got to do this. So I had to give her a bath, and then I have to essentially, because her mouth hurts, I've been tube feeding her. Like, I've been taking solid food and I've been blending it into like a more digestible paste, and then I feed it into like a giant straw and kind of, wiggle it past the sore parts of her mouth, and then I just kind of blow it into, onto her tongue, and then she eats it. And it takes a long time, but at least it works, you know? Like, I'm trying to do everything to keep her fed. Plus, I also feed her, like, bottles of strawberry flavored Ensure for her vitamins and minerals, all that. I got her on a basic antibiotic in case there's an infection in her mouth. Like, I'm doing everything I can because of what happened. Like, I'm just like, this sort of crept up on me. There was no indication that there was a problem. She had no bad breath, no nothing. Like, everything was fine. She was eating well, chew sticks, dog treats, hard dog food. Everything was fine. And all of a sudden, it was like she couldn't do any of it. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And that's when I discovered it. And I hate myself for it because, if dogs could talk, it'd be a different story. She'd be like, hey, I got a problem. My mouth hurts. And I'll be like, okay, when did this start? And she could tell me, but she's a dog. And surprisingly, in the time I did to explain all of this, we actually got the fire pretty much down the way we wanted. So thank you for indulging me in my story time while I did this. But yes, cleaning her, bathing her, feeding her, that's going to snuff out. I can go over to the stove, and I will take the charcoal and start a fire here. As I should have when we walked in, but I'm a bit of an idiot, let's be honest. Okay, so we have a fire. Apparently a book's worth 25 minutes. And let's count how many torches we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 39, 40. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 52, 53, 54. That's pretty close. I think I said, what, 60? 54. I already did this. I don't need that. And I don't need these. So that gave us 7 hours and 21 minutes back. That's not bad. And then a stick. I guess I have to wait an extra minute, right? Look at this heat output. That's a... Are you kidding? It's only 52 degrees. It's fire, man! Anyway, the part that I wanted to show you was I can do this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I only had 5. I thought I had 6 of these. Damn. That's fine, I guess. And then I can sit there and just cook up, meats 5 at a time. I thought I had another pot. Let's just take a quick little once-over around the stove to see if there's a pot just laying around. Nope, nope. Nope. I think I already picked up one here, as a matter of fact, so I guess that's all we're getting. And that's fine. So then what I'll do is I'll take my bearskin bedroll and I put it right in front of the campfire or the stove. Right there. There. And this is where I will sleep. And yes, it's going to be dark when I put this away, but I've got just enough light to stay down here, right? I got 11 hours worth of fire. It's nice and dark. I got my bedroll. All my skins are over here curing, right? And that's going to take a few days. And I just have to sit there and carve up meat the rest of this time. But for you, we're basically out of time for the day. Thankfully, I didn't have to do an hour. So this was The Long Dark, Season 8, the finale, Sandbox Survival. And if you like what you see, or if you think you can do it better than me, which I'm sure you could, um, I'll leave you a link in the description below. It's a great game. It doesn't cost much, and it will give you years of entertainment. Years. There are people who have played this game for 5 years, plus, longer. This game's been out since 2014. There are people who have done 1,500-day interloper runs. That's over 3 years. That's 5 years. 4 years. 4 years plus. In-game. One interloper run. Making arrows, bows, fighting wolves and bears with no guns. Having to use improvised hatchets and knives. I mean, bravo. I can't do it. I lack that. I'm not that talented at this. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. But if you're a regular here, welcome back. Either way, maybe check out my other playlists, see if my other interests may be of interest to you. I love this game, and I hope maybe somebody who saw it on my channel will pick it up and love it too, because these guys did an amazing job, and I cannot wait for their next game. So let me just give you a little heads up. We're going to do the next season. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to loot this house of everything for materials off camera. I will try to cure all my skins, fix all my clothes, and when I meet you back for season 9, we'll start here, and I will take you out of the hunter's blind, out of the hunting lodge. We'll continue east, and we'll take the long route all the way around this way, and I'll show you that spot I was talking about on the way out, because I'm pretty sure it connects and I can get out of here from here. And we'll leave Broken Railroad, take you to the world map. So we're here. We're like about here on the world map, right around here. So we're going to go that way, down, back across the Muskeg, slightly north, and I'll take you to Mountain Town, which is, I believe, chapter 2? 2 or 3 of the single player story mode. So this map contains Milton. And as you can see, let's see, region. Let's see. These are all the other seasons, as you can tell. This is Winding River. This is what I took to get back to Mystery Lake at the start of the season. I went this route. It's a connector map, essentially. And then this is where we started the season, which I mapped almost the whole map, which is great. But what we'll do is when we leave Broken Railroad, we'll start here, we'll work our way up to here, and then we'll head up to Milton. But as you can tell, oh, it doesn't show you the maps you haven't discovered yet. Okay, so yeah, you can tell. We haven't even been to Mountain Town yet. But there's a lot to do, and I will share it with you when we get there. So anyway, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch. Please like, maybe share it, maybe hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. I promise for all of you who watch my gun content, yes, there's more material and more stuff out there. I have this old gat coming. Actually, I have 2. I have a pistol one and a rifle one coming. So stay tuned for that. But until then, we will catch you for the next Penny Arcade. And we'll come back to the Long Dark probably in a week, maybe 2 weeks' time. I don't want to gap it out too far. Looks like all our bear meat's done too, so obviously I've wasted a lot of your time waiting for that to cook. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Later.